verse starts with, when they heard this. So this means that they heard Peter and John's report, and then they raised their voices together to God and said. So after all the companions of Peter and John heard this report, the first thing they did after hearing about the threats from the Sanhedrin was to go to the Lord in prayer. The early church was showing us that prayer must be our first response, not our last resort. In our prayer, in our lives, prayer must always be our first response. When something good happens, we should go to the Lord in prayer and give Him thanks. When something bad happens, we should go to the Lord and ask for guidance and peace. Prayer has been put on the back burner in the lives of so many believers for far too long. And notice, they raised their voices, what? Together. They were unified. There was no discord. There was no hostility among them. And what we are about to see is a united prayer meeting with the early church. The people were of one heart and one mind. Division in the church always hinders prayer and robs the church of spiritual power. We must be unified as a church, and we must always go to God in prayer as our first response, not our last resort. The early church experienced powerful moves of God because they were united in prayer.